All right, so now we're going to make the broth for our ramen. We're going to start off again with a little chunk of ginger, about an inch long. I'm just going to do a quick peel on it just by cutting it off. We're not going to quite do the same thing with the spoon because I don't necessarily need all of it, and we're just going to do a rough chop. Just taking off all those edges. It's just another way to do it. You guys have better knife control. All right, trash container. Trying to keep my cutting board clean. Give this ginger a nice rough chop. The entire purpose of this is to let it kind of simmer and come together over time. Doesn't have to be beautiful. We're going to strain this out at the end. All right. That guy right on into a pot. Next, we're going to do 2 cloves of garlic. Same thing. We're just going to give them a nice rough chop. Right on in. All right. Now to that, we're adding 2 cups of chicken stock, a half cup of our dashi, about a tablespoon of fish sauce, roughly a tablespoon of soy sauce, all about pumping up that umami flavor. We're going to do about a teaspoon of miso paste, we just want to get all that miso paste off. Then we're going to add about 2 cups of water. We're going to turn this on and get it to start slow simmering. And we'll be back when that comes to a simmer. All right, so now that it's at a boil, we're actually going to turn it down a little bit. We just want it to simmer. I don't want it to reduce very much. I just want it to let it simmer and go at it. If it reduces too much, we can always add a little bit of water, but we're going to let this go for about 10 to 15 minutes so we can get all that ginger and garlic flavor infused. All right, so now we're just going to taste it for seasoning. Needs a little bit of salt. I'm actually going to add just a little pinch of sugar, just to give it a little bit of sweetness. And it's just been simmering it away. It is nice and lovely. It's like an umami chicken broth bomb. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to cut this off. And the easiest way I've found to get this into quarts is you actually, because we want to strain it, we're going to put the strainer, our chinois, inside of our giant pitcher. I'm just going to pour it really quickly through there. I've got right at 1 quart, which is perfect. That's basically what we want. If I had too little, I could always add water back up to 1 quart. And then from here, it gets real easy to just pour it into our quart container. Look how rich and beautiful that broth looks. It's just the perfect amount, beautiful color, nice, rich, gorgeous broth ready for our ramen.